Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mm. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, it's a very short bhajan. Okay, all of you can sing along on mute. Bhaj Gaurango, kaho Gaurango, laho Gaurangero naam re. Bhaj Gaurango, kaho Gaurango, laho Gaurangero naam re. जी जना गौरंगा भाजे ते होया मर प्राण रे जी जना गौरंगा भाजे ते होया मर प्राण रे भज गौरांगो काहू गौरांगो लहु गौरांगरो नाम रे गौरांगा बोलिया दो बाहु तुलिया गौरांगा बोलिया दो बाहु तुलिया नाचिया नाचिया बेराऊ रे गौरांगा बोलिया दो बाहु तुलिया नाचिया नाचिया बेराऊ रे भज गौरांगो काहू गौरांगो लहु गौरांगेरो नाम रे गौरांगा भजिले गौरांगा झपिले गौरांगा भजिले गौरांगा झपिले दुखेरा भशान रे गौरांगा भजिले गौरांगा झपिले हाय दुखेरो भशान रे गौरांग भजिले गौरांगा झपिले दुखेरो अभशान रे भज गौरांगो काहो गौरांगो लहु गौरांगरो नाम रे भज गौरांगो काहो गौरांगो लहु गौरांगरो नाम रे जीवन गौरांगा भजे ते होया मार प्राण रे जीवन गौरांगा भजे ते होया मार प्राण रे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा हरे रामा 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा हरे रामा 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so today is chapter 11 and 12 combined. Okay, we might do half of chapter 12 and tomorrow the remaining half with 13th chapter, because 11th chapter is very short. Okay, and if possible tomorrow all of you attend. We will watch Empowered Acharya. Okay, um it's a very beautiful movie. Okay, so we are learning from AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He's the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Okay, so this is how he used to sit and write. Okay, in America he used to sit and write. His suitcase would be his table, sort of a thing, and he would sit on floor, and he would keep his typewriter or whatever it is on the suitcase, and he would write. That would be his workplace. You know how simple Prabhupada is. He went with 40 rupees to America, and how much he had when he came back from America to India. He had 40 crores of rupees. Okay, and he used everything to build temples, ISKCON temples across the world. Not even 1 rupee he used it for his personal gain. Okay, so that's how a pure devotee is. So he Prabhupada was so rich, and with 40 crores of rupees. And what did he say? He was like, nothing belongs to me, everything is Krishna's, right? So that is how a devotee has to behave. Okay, because Krishna is the one who's given us the money, right? It is not ours. And even if we are working hard to earn that money, going to office and all, who is giving us the energy to go to office? Krishna. Who is giving us the intelligence to work? Krishna, right? So everything is Krishna's, nothing is ours. Our so-called body is also not going to belong to us. Okay, so that is the power of Krishna. Krishna is so great. Okay, and so we should not be proud of anything. Okay, my school, my friends, my money, my marks, my that, my this, nothing is yours. Okay, nothing is ours, everything is Krishna's. So that my factor should go away. Okay, that is what we are all proud of. No, I'm very beautiful, I'm very intelligent. No, Krishna has given you that beauty, Krishna has given you that intelligence. If he is given you, remember, he can take it away anytime. Okay, so don't be proud of anything. Always devote everything to the Lord. If you're beautiful, if you're singing well, if you're intelligent, do all that, dedicate it back to Krishna. Okay, if you're good in music, sing Krishna bhajans and dedicate. That way you have to dedicate everything to Krishna, all your talent, all your intelligence. Okay, so now in this chapter, Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga, Arjuna asks Krishna to show his universal form. Okay, why we will see in this chapter. Okay, and then Arjuna sees the Vishwarupa, and then describes it. Okay, and then starts praying, and then we understand that pure bhakti is the only way, only way we can see Krishna's form. Okay, yeah, let's offer a obeisances. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyati Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so let's start the class with a story. Okay, so I'm sure all of you know the story. There's a very nice story. Anybody knows Ambrish story? Ambrish Maharaj and Durvasa Muni. If you know, you can raise your hand. Okay, nobody. Okay, who's this? Ayush. Okay, the author. We have the child author here. Yeah, tell me, Ayush.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, once Ambrish Maharaj was doing Ekadashi fasting, Mataji.
Yeah.
But the break time was already happened. But then Durvasa Muni came and he said that he was so he was worried. Mata Amrish Maharaj was worried. Mataji, how to breed now?
Hmm.
First I should feed them, Mataji. Then he starts praying. Then Narad Muni says he can have a sip of water, Mataji.
Hmm.
Then Durvasa Muni sees Ambrish Maharaj drinking water, Mataji. Then he gets angry and says, "Why aren't you offering to me first?"
Hmm.
Mataji afterwards. Mataji
Okay.
afterwards
Hmm.
that Sudarshan Chitra of Krishna dumps Mataji. Then Krishna.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Before that, there is something else. Hare Krishna, thank you. Yes, like what Ayush was telling, Ambrish Maharaj is the greatest devotee of the Lord. Okay, so he took up Ekadashi fasting. By the way, tomorrow is Ekadashi. I'll be telling you about Ekadashi, okay, in today's class. Maharaj took Ekadashi fasting, and there is a certain time you have to break the fast, okay? You cannot break the fast anytime the next day. So there is a certain time. So in that time only you should break the fast. So that time, what happened? Durvas Muni came and he was like, Atiti Satkar is the first importance, right? All the time. So Amrish Maharaj has to do Atiti Satkar, then only he should eat anything. But if he sits and does Atiti Satkar and takes care of Durvasa Muni, the time will get over. Okay. After that, even if he breaks the fast, he will not get Ekadashi result. Okay, it is considered as he is not done Ekadashi. So that's why Amrish Maharaj was worried. Okay. So that time what happened? Durvasa Muni said, I will go to take a bath. In the meantime, you prepare something for me. Okay. That time what happened? Narad Muni came. Okay. And Amrish Maharaj was worried and Narad Muni asked what happened. Then he says, and then Narad Muni says, okay, you can just break the fast with a sip of water. Just drink water and your fast is broken, because he was doing Nirjala Ekadashi. And then what happened? When Durvasa Muni came, Amrish Maharaj was drinking water, and he saw that Durvasa Muni became so angry. He was like, "You should first serve the guests, and then you should eat or drink. Yeah, you are not taking care of guests." So Durvasa Muni gets very angry, and see here, he binds him up. Okay, captures him and keeps, and then starts hurting him. At that time what happens? Vishnu, I mean Krishna is always for his devotees, right? So when devotees are being hurt, Krishna never tolerates. So Krishna sent his Sudarshan, and when Sudarshan came to kill Durvas Muni ran everywhere. Okay, and finally nowhere he got protection. He had to go to Vaikuntha Loka, to Krishna itself. And Krishna told, I cannot save you, only your devotee can save you, because Durvas Muni has done Vaishnava aparad, right? Vaishnava is a devotee, and Amrish Maharaj is a big Vaishnava, and he's offended Vaishnava, right? He's hurt a devotee. So that's why Durvasa Muni will go back to Amrish Maharaj and ask him for forgiving. Okay, he will go fall to his feet and says, "Please forgive me." Ask Krishna to take his Sudarshan back, because only you can help me. Okay, only a devotee can save somebody from Krishna's anger. Okay, why? Because Krishna is always supporting his devotees. Okay, so Krishna will not forgive if we offend some devotee. Krishna will not forgive us. Only that devotee that we've offended, only that devotee can help us. So we need to go and apologize. That's why don't offend anybody, because you never know who is a devotee and who is not a devotee, right? If you offend somebody and if that person is a devotee, then Krishna will get angry on us. Okay, so Arjuna vacha मद अनुग्रहया परमं गुह्यम अध्यात्म संहितं तत्त्वयोक्तं वचस्तेन महो अयं विगतो mama. So Arjuna said, I have heard your instruction on confidential spiritual matters, which you have so kindly delivered unto me. My illusion is dispelled. Okay. So what he's telling is, in the previous chapter, what did we see? Vibhuti Yoga, right? He talks about the different opulences of Krishna. Now Arjuna is saying, Arjuna understood how great Krishna is after seeing all that Vibhuti Yoga. He says, I am the sun. In all Pandavas, I am Arjuna. In all demigods, I am Indra, right? So many things he represents. In all seasons, I am spring. So now listening to all that, and finally what Krishna says, everything beautiful in this world is me, right? So that's why Arjuna is like, oh, Krishna is so great. Now looking at all that, listening to all that, since Krishna talks about all that is there in the material world, right? Sun, moon, everything else, light and all, that's why Arjuna asks, how did you come to this world? Okay. We will see in the further slides. I want to see you, how you are in this world, how you are present in this world. I want to see that form of yours. Okay. So now everything in this world comes from Krishna. Okay. We saw yesterday, right? Everything emanates from me, Krishna says. Everything moving or non-moving, chara chara, everything comes from Krishna. Okay. Even, see, even Mahavishnu comes from Krishna. Okay. So understand, Krishna is superior to even Shri Mahavishnu. Okay. And Vishnu, from Vishnu, all these Dashavataras and all come. Okay. Buddha avatar, Rama avatar, Parashurama avatar, Narasimha avatar, everything. But from whom Vishnu is coming? Krishna has created Vishnu. Okay. So Krishna is not an incarnation. A lot of people think, no, okay, after Ram, Krishna came. After Krishna, Kalki will come. So Vishnu is the Lord, and then from Vishnu incarnation, Krishna is coming. No, it is the other way around. Okay. Krishna is the original Lord. From Krishna, Vishnu is incarnated. Okay. So Krishna is not an incarnation. He is the source of all incarnations. Okay. All other incarnations come from Krishna. That's why we say Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay. And now, now Arjuna is asking, your energies and glories. Okay. Now Arjuna is praising Krishna after listening to the Vibhuti Yoga. Okay. In detail, Krishna explains, right, in the previous chapter, what he represents and what his energies are. So that's why Arjuna is talking about all that, and then says, I want to see how you are in this world. Okay. In what form are you in? Show me that form. See, I want to see that form of yours, Arjuna says. And that's why now Krishna shows his universal form. Now, the question is, why did Arjuna ask Krishna to show the universal form? Anybody knows the answer? Put it in the chat. Quick, quick. Why? Did he doubt Krishna? That's why he's asking Krishna to show the universal form? Or did he consider himself special? Okay, did Arjuna think, okay, I'm Krishna's friend, whatever I ask Krishna, Krishna will do it for me? Or did he say, did he ask to convince other people like us who thinks Krishna is an ordinary person? What is the answer? I received an answer. I received one more answer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yes, almost all are correct. So, the third option, okay. Arjuna can never doubt Krishna. He is a devotee of Krishna. And Arjuna will not have this pride and all, okay, I'm friend, so I'm special. No, because he's a devotee. Okay. Why did Arjuna ask? Because a lot of people like us in Kali Yuga, we think, no, okay, Krishna is just an ordinary person. Okay. To make sure people don't think about Krishna like that and make sure everybody believes that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, Arjuna asks Krishna to show his universal form, because only God can show the universal form, right? Vishwarupa. We will not, can you show your Vishwarupa? No, we don't have that capability. Only God can. That's why Arjuna asks Krishna to show his universal form. Okay. Yeah. So definitely Arjuna cannot doubt Krishna. Who is Arjuna? Vishaka Saki, right? Who is Arjuna? He is a Vishaka Saki. Vishaka Saki, that means friend of Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. Okay. So Arjuna is a she. Okay. and that's her original position, and she has come down in the form of Arjuna in Kali Yuga. Okay, and also in one more incarnation, Narayana, Nara Narayana incarnation, there is Nara and Narayana. Okay, Narayana is Krishna and Nara is Arjuna. So in so many incarnations, Arjuna has come with Krishna. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation, Arjuna has come down as Ramananda Rai. Okay, so in every incarnation of Krishna, there is some role of Arjuna. Okay, some role of Vishyaka Saki. So in different forms. So that's why Arjuna can never doubt Krishna. It is for us that he is asking. Okay, so now Krishna understands that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to set a criteria. See, like I already told, there are some people coming in, we see people around, they come and tell, I am God, right? Astrologers and all, they come and say, I am only God. So we believe, right? Like dumb people, we should not believe. Okay, we should ask them to show their universal form. If they're really telling they're God, then every God means God should have universal form, right? So you should ask them, show me your universal form. If that person shows, then he's Krishna. Otherwise, he's not God. Okay, he's doing fake. So here, people come and say, I'm God for money. They take money from you and go away. Okay, so let's not, we should not entertain all that. Okay, now Krishna shows his universal form. Okay, you can see in the picture, so many heads, so many mouths. Okay, so many Krishnas around, and then all this is his opulence. Okay, so Krishna shows multicolored like a sea. So all his forms are, each form is of a different color. Okay, but the problem here is Arjuna will not be able to see the universal form. Okay, why? Because his eyes at that time is not divine eyes, it was normal eyes. Okay, prema chakshu he had. He was just looking at Krishna out of love. Okay, he was not having spiritual eyes. Okay, divya chakshu we need to see the Lord. Okay, now see, Krishna says this universal form nobody has seen or heard before. So it is for Arjuna that Krishna is showing the universal form. Okay, now yeah, so everything is covered in the universal form, the past, present, future. Okay, all the demigods, all the planets, everything is covered in the universal form. Okay, now that's what Krishna is saying. You cannot see me because you have your ordinary eyes, prema chakshu. You need to have divine eyes, spiritual eyes for that. It's called divya chakshu. So for that, what do you need? You need special eyes, right? Spiritual eyes. Now, so Krishna says, okay, I will give you the spiritual eyes. Now, Krishna gives Arjuna spiritual eyes, and then he will be able to see the universal form. Okay, see, as you're seeing in the picture, this is how the universal form is. It comprises the entire sky. Okay, there is no end to it. There is no beginning. He just sees and he sees Krishna's universal form everywhere. Okay, he's trying to make out what is what, where is where. Nothing he's able to make out. Okay, so many heads, so many mouths, so many eyes, so many hands, right? So many different forms. And look at the Sheshanag, right? So huge. All the planets are there. All different colors are there. I mean, everything you see in the material world is there in a compact form. Okay, everything is in Krishna. And finally, we understand all the demigods you can see, right? All the demigods are different parts of Krishna, right? See this, every Brahma, Shiva, everybody are different parts of Krishna. They are all different heads of Krishna. That means everything is a part of Krishna. Even we are part of Krishna. Okay, so we are all parts and parcels of Krishna. So why Arjuna couldn't see Krishna with his normal eyes? Because we saw already, we are all defective, right? We human beings are defective. We have defects, right? What are the 4 defects? We have the tendency to cheat. We have the tendency to make mistakes. And we have illusion, right? Thinking what is wrong as right and what is right as wrong. And also, so these are the 4 defects that we have. That's why Arjuna, and the imperfect senses, the most important one. Okay, imperfect senses, we cannot hear everything out of the frequency range that a human ear can hear. Remaining frequencies we cannot hear, right? Out of the wavelengths that a human eye can see, remaining wavelengths we cannot see, right? So much defect we have. So Krishna is beyond that wavelength that a human eye can see. Okay, we cannot see ultraviolet rays, infrared rays. Yes, so Krishna is beyond all that. That's why we couldn't see. That way, he needed different spiritual eyes to see the Lord. Okay, these planets also we cannot see from here, right? We need telescope, and which are small cells and all we cannot see. We need microscope. In the same way, to see Krishna, we need spiritual eyes. And how to develop spiritual eyes? Arjuna got spiritualized because Krishna gave him, right? How do we get spiritualized to see Krishna? See, when I say Krishna, Krishna is there. He's somewhere here. I'm not able to see him, right? Why? Because I don't have Divya Chakshu. Okay, Chakshu means eyes. Okay. Now, how do I get spiritualized? Only when you chant. When you chant sincerely, when you chant 16 rounds, when you reach that level, and when you chant sincerely, when Krishna gets impressed with by your chanting, Krishna gives you spiritual eyes, and then you can see Krishna face to face. Okay. Now Arjuna gets spiritualized and he starts seeing the spiritual form. I mean, the universal form of Krishna. Okay. Now no end, no beginning, no middle. Okay, so that is the universal form Krishna Arjuna is seeing. Okay, now Arjuna accepts Krishna. You are the originalness. Okay, no beginning for Krishna. Right, even before the cosmic creation, Krishna existed. Even after material world gets destroyed, Krishna will continue to exist. He will not die. Okay, that's why he has no beginning, he has no middle, he has no end. He's just there all the time, there, ever existing. Okay, and he has numberless arms. Okay, and sun and moon are your eyes. I told you, yes, right, yesterday. Sun and moon are Krishna's eyes. Okay, and so that's how the radiant form it was. Okay, there is no words to describe universal form. I mean, these pictures, whatever you're seeing, you just have to see. That's all. Who can describe universal form, right? It is so big, so huge. And yeah, so throughout the sky and planets and all space between, oh great one, I behold this terrible form. Now Arjuna says this is a terrible form, so huge, he's not able to take it anymore. And then he starts getting scared. Okay, Arjuna starts getting scared. And then he's getting confused also. What is this? Where am I? So huge, right? Because so long Arjuna was seeing Krishna as a friend, right? He was a nice, handsome guy with two hands, flute in hand, peacock feather and all. Now all of a sudden he's seeing this big form. Now Arjuna is getting scared. Okay. Now and then demigods, all the demigods are offering obeisances to the universal form of Krishna. Okay, and they are also getting scared. Okay, and they are reciting Vedic hymns. Okay, and yeah, so same thing, Krishna goes on explaining, Arjuna goes on explaining, and then finally he admits saying, I'm afraid. Okay, so now one more thing Arjuna sees in the universal form is that in Krishna's mouth, okay, all the Kauravas are going inside. Okay, all the Kauravas and the supporting kings. Okay, so that means all the opposite party kings and Kauravas are all going inside mouth of Krishna. That means what? Krishna is killing all of them. And in the mouth, what is there? In Krishna's mouth, fire. Okay, in Krishna's mouth there is fire, and all the Kauravas are entering that fire in the mouth. That means what? All the Kauravas are getting killed. So that is one thing that Arjuna sees, and then asks Krishna that I can see all of them going inside, as in dying. What is happening? Okay, then Krishna explains that you can see the past, you can see the present, you can see the future in my universal form. That's what Krishna says. Okay, so Krishna is seeing Krishna is showing Arjuna the future of the war. Okay, so what is he saying? The Arjuna's party is going to win. Okay, all the Kauravas will be dying. Arjuna will be killing all the Kaurava party, okay, and Pandavas will win. That is what Krishna is showing Arjuna, the future, okay. Now Krishna also says that so Krishna also says that that means Krishna says it is his plan, okay. Krishna has planned what is going to be the outcome of war, okay. Whether okay, we write an exam, okay. Krishna has already planned whether we will fail in the exam or pass in the exam, okay. Our job is just to write, and even if we fail, we have to accept it without crying. Why? It is Krishna's decision, okay. But we have to write the exam with full sincerity, and we have to prepare for the exam with full sincerity, okay. Don't say, okay, I might fail, I will not prepare for the exam. No, because what is Krishna saying? You fight, Arjuna, right? The Arjuna has to fight, he has to do his duty. Our duty is to study for the exam. We have to study well and go write the exam, okay. Krishna has decided whether we fail in the exam or pass in the exam. Whether Arjuna, Pandavas will win in the war or lose in the war, Krishna has already decided, okay. When he decides, his plan is ultimate, okay. Now Krishna's plan is this war and winning, losing, everything is Krishna's plan. He is using Arjuna as an instrument to execute Krishna's plans, okay. Arjuna is just an instrument in this. Do you understand? It's like we play chess, right? While playing chess, we might have to kill the king of the opposite player, right? And what do? We use the pawn that we have, right? So that pawn becomes an instrument, right, to kill that king. It is you who is killing that king in the chess game, but you're using that pawn to kill, right? Same way, it is Krishna who is actually fighting the war, but he's using Arjuna as an instrument to fight. Same applies to us. Krishna is the one who wants to do everything in this world through us. We are just actors. We are just instruments in Krishna's hand. We are like a puppet in Krishna's hand. He is controlling us. He is like the puppet master. Okay. In puppet shows, if you go, you see that no, there is a controller with the strings and all backstage controlling the puppet. Same way, we are just puppets. However, the Krishna controls the strings. We act like that. The puppet dances like that. Okay. Now, so Krishna sees all that, Arjuna sees all that, understands all that, and then again he's like he doesn't know what to say, okay. And now he asks, who are you, okay. He's so huge and all that, right? And then he offers obeisances again, and then says, who are you, okay. Definitely you are not my friend. That Arjuna thought he's just a friend, right? And then Arjuna says, you are God, you are the Supreme Lord. And then Arjuna also asks for forgiveness, okay. Arjuna used to play with Krishna, no, as friends. Now Arjuna says, okay, forgiveness, asks for forgiveness, because they had played and all. Arjuna did not know he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, okay. And now, like I already told you, Krishna makes the plans. One should only follow the plans made by the Lord, okay. So that's why karmanyevadikaraste ma paleshu kadachana. So our job is to do the work, whatever work we have, studying, eating, writing, whatever, okay. What result we get, it is Krishna's, because he is the one who has planned, okay. Now see, Arjuna says nobody is equal to you, okay. You are the spiritual master, and within the three worlds you are immeasurable, okay. So finally Arjuna understands, and now Krishna says, okay, and that's why now Arjuna is saying, tolerate all the wrong things that I've done while playing and all that, because now Arjuna is getting scared after seeing the universal form. Krishna is so huge. Arjuna thought he's just an ordinary person, right? And then now again Arjuna says, I'm disturbed with fear, okay. Now I'm getting really scared. So show me your Narayana form, okay. Now Arjuna says, huge, okay, he's getting scared. So now show me your four-handed form, okay. This is the Narayana form. So this is the form that he comes into us as Paramatma, okay. In our heart, Krishna sits as super soul, right? So this is how he is, Narayana, okay, Vishnu form, okay. Now after that, Arjuna says, now show me your original form. Okay, Krishna is the god, right? Now show me your original form. When Arjuna asks to see Krishna's original form, now Krishna shows his actual Krishna's form, the Shyamasundara form that you're seeing in the picture, right? The flute, peacock feather, and all that. That is his actual form, original form. So that's why he is the incarnation. From him, all the incarnations come. Okay. Now Krishna says this the two-handed form or the four-handed form. Okay, can be visible. The Narayana form that we just saw and this two-handed form that we just saw, it is visible only to people who are his pure devotees. Not anybody and everybody can see his form. Because these forms are very confidential. No, it's very personal to Krishna. Okay, so it is visible only to pure devotees. If you become a pure devotee of Krishna, that time Krishna, you can see Krishna's original form, the two-handed Shyamasundara form. Okay, yeah, which is greater, Vishwarupam or Shyamasundara form? It is the Shyamasundara form that is greater. Why? Because Krishna himself is telling, no, only a pure devotee can see his Krishna's original form. Original is what? That Shyamasundara form. Two hands, bluish black, flute, peacock feather. That is his original form, and that is the greatest form. Okay, because not everybody can see, only pure devotees can see. Okay, see, universal form is definitely not great. If that was great, then why did Arjuna get scared? And what is the point seeing all that? I mean, we already know, right? Krishna, entire material world is Krishna. It's through Krishna. He only created, right? We already know that is not great. But knowing Krishna is great. Okay, and yeah, see now Krishna is saying the form that you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even demigods are seeking the opportunity to see. Even demigods have not got a chance to see Krishna's original form as it is. Okay, that's why Indra, Brahma, everybody, when Krishna came down, they were like, who is this? Who is this person? That's why that Govardhan Leela happened, right? Indra poured rains and then fought with the Lord only. He did not know that Krishna was the Lord. Okay, because Krishna's form, the secret form, nobody knows, only pure devotees will know his form. Okay, so that's why you can see in the picture, right, what happened when Devaki was pregnant with Krishna. All the demigods came to see Devaki. Why? Because they knew there is original personality, supreme personality of Godhead in the womb of Devaki. Okay, so all of them came to see and bless Devaki. Okay, so that is what Krishna is so great, and nobody can be equal to Krishna. Okay, now see, Krishna is telling only by undivided devotional service I can be known. Okay, there is a nice story for this. We have to undivided devotional service means pure devotional service, thinking only about Krishna every day, day and night. Even in sleep, devotees think about Krishna. That's why they get dreams of Krishna. Can you dream about Krishna? Can you decide, okay, what dream can you dream about today? No, devotees can. Why? Because Krishna gives them that power. Because they are thinking about Krishna all the time. In dreams also they see only Krishna. Okay, so this is a nice story. Okay, there is this person called Kanakadas. Okay, Udupi Sri Krishna temple is so famous. I think all of us know, people from Karnataka. Okay, so so the Kanakadasa was in Udupi. Okay, now what happened? He was considered untouchable. Okay, those days we had with this caste system, no. So he was considered untouchable, and all the priests in the temple, all the pujaris and all, they were like, "Don't come in, don't enter the temple." But Kanakadasa was a pure devotee of the Lord. Okay, so he used to compose songs on the Lord and sing all the time, like you see in the picture. He used to have tambour in hand and he used to sing all the time. And God loves singing. Okay, music. He loves bhajans. Okay, so if you sing, he will become a fan of you. Okay, now so because Kanakadasa was a pure devotee and he was not allowed to enter the temple, you know what Krishna did? Anybody knows? This is the main door and he was blocked. Kanakadasa was coming and people stopped him. He was like, don't come. So what did Kanakadas do? He went behind the temple. Okay, behind the temple he went and stood. There was a wall. Okay, there was a wall behind the temple. Obviously there's a wall. He stood in front of the wall and he started singing and he started chanting. Chanting the holy name is very powerful. because he chanted Krishna's name, you know what happened? Krishna, you can see, Krishna's idol over here. It turned, about turn, where Kanakadas was standing behind, okay? And the wall broke open, and Krishna and Kanakadas could see Krishna, okay? So the whole deity in the temple turned, the statue turned. I mean, can you imagine? Now, that means what? Krishna was actually staying in that statue, okay? In every temple, Krishna is actually staying in the statue, okay? Even at home, if you have a deity or a photo, picture of Krishna, Krishna is actually staying in that, okay? And because Kanakadas was a pure devotee, Krishna turned and gave him darshan, okay? So that is what I'm saying. If you are a pure devotee of Krishna, all the time thinking and praying and chanting, then Krishna will himself come, okay? That is only this way we can enter into the mysteries of my understanding. We can understand Krishna only through devotional service, okay? Chanting and devotional service begins with chanting, okay? So tomorrow is Ekadashi. If you've not begin chanting, start with at least one round tomorrow. You will never stop chanting in your life if you start on Ekadashi, okay? And if you're already chanting, increase your round. Just two. Increase by one round. If you're chanting one round, chant 2 rounds from tomorrow. If you're chanting 2 rounds, chant 3 rounds from tomorrow. Okay? Because tomorrow is a very special day. It's Yogini Ekadashi. Okay, so it is stated that those who are attached to the Shamasundara form of Krishna in love. So, like I just told, the entire summary of 11th chapter is that you have to understand or see Krishna. I mean, it is possible to see Krishna only with love. Okay, nothing else. Nothing else can help us see Krishna. Okay, now we will go to 12th chapter, but before that, I will just give you the Ekadashi updates. Okay, one moment.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Shall I stop the recording and start again or continue the?
No, let it be. Let it be.
Okay.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, one moment. Okay, so this is Ekadashi, okay? Tomorrow is Ekadashi, and it's called Yogini Ekadashi, okay? Yogini Ekadashi is the name of Ekadashi. Every month we have 2 Ekadashis, and each Ekadashi will have a different name, okay? And tomorrow's Ekadashi is called Yogini Ekadashi. So what is Ekadashi? It's simple. We just don't eat grains. We stay the entire day on eating fruits and drinking milk and all that. But you guys, it's fine. You're children, right? So if you want, you can eat sabudana and all that. Okay, you can eat sabudana in the morning, and if you cannot do fasting, no problem. But you should do lots of chanting and reading Bhagavad Gita tomorrow. Okay, Ekadashi is a day for devotion service, and when you do devotion service, even little bit on Ekadashi, it is like it gives you 100 times results. Okay, it is your devotional service is multiplied by 100 if you do it on Ekadashi. Okay, that's why Mahabharat Pandavas won the war. Why? It was fought on Ekadashi, right? It started on Mokshada Ekadashi. And yeah, so who is Ekadashi? Her name is Ekadasi. Okay, so there was a person called Papa Purush. Okay, so he used to disturb all devotees. Okay, he used to not let anybody do devotional service. He used to come and disturb all the time. And that's why what happened, all the devotees started praying to the Lord. And that's how Ekadashi came out from the Lord itself. So Ekadashi is also a part of Krishna. Okay, so she came out and she started chastising Kali. Okay, and Kali, what happened? He ran away. I mean, Kali, I'm saying Papa Purush. Okay, so he ran away and he hid on the grains. You can see, all food grains, rice, wheat, jar, and all that. So he hid there on the grains. Wherever there is grains, he went and hid. That is why on Ekadashi, Krishna got so happy because Ekadasi made that Papa Purush run away, right? So that's why Krishna was like, okay, if whoever on the 11th day from the no moon day or full moon day, we celebrate it as Ekadashi. Okay. Now from that 11th day, whoever worships Krishna fasting, as in not eating grains, not touching grains. Why? Because Papa Purush is there in the grains, right? If we eat grains on Ekadashi, what happens? We will also become bad, like Papa Purush. We will never do devotion service. We can never become devotees of the Lord if we eat grains on Ekadashi, because Papa Purush is hiding in the grains. So that is the reason we fast. We don't eat grains on Ekadashi. We can eat anything apart from grains, okay, like sabudana, green leafy vegetables. We can also eat like, I mean, with aloo cutlet you can make out of vegetables, green leafy vegetables, eat it with curd, ghee and all that. Okay, you can eat sabudana is allowed, okay, and milk, water, all this you can take, but don't touch grains. Okay, apart from grains you can eat anything. Okay, I will send a document if I have, okay, on how to fast on Ekadashi. Okay, yeah. So if you take up Ekadashi Vrat, okay, you become very dear to Krishna, and whatever you ask Krishna on Ekadashi, he will give you. Okay, so because you are a devotee, and if you do devotion service on Ekadashi, Krishna will double the effect. I mean, 100 times he will double it, I mean triple it, multiply it, and he will give you. Okay, so that is the power of Ekadashi. And like I already said, Arjuna won the war because it was Mokshada Ekadashi. Okay, simple. So all of you take up Ekadashi if possible. Otherwise, no problem. Chant more. If you're not able to fast, no problem at all. But just chant more. Okay. If you're chanting one round, do double tomorrow. Okay. At least tomorrow. And if you've not started to read Bhagavad Gita, or and if you want to donate or also order your Bhagavad Gita course material and all, do it tomorrow on Ekadashi. It's a very special day. Okay. Yeah. Now chapter 12. Yeah, so begin reading Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita or whatever it is on Ekadashi. Okay, because if you do it on Ekadashi, then you will never stop doing it. Even in your next janma, you will continue, because Ekadashi is a very, very special day. Krishna's favorite day. Okay. Now, after seeing the Vishwarupa, now Arjuna asks, so what should we worship? Your personal form or your impersonal form? See, Vishwarupa is what? His impersonal form, right? He is there as sun, he is there as moon, he is there as planets, he is everywhere. He is there in demigods, right? 33 crores of demigods. And all the demigods are part of Krishna only. So all this is Krishna only. That's why Arjuna is confused. Everything is you. So what should we worship? Your original form that we see in ISKCON temple and all, or everything else? Because sunlight is Krishna, taste of water is Krishna, everything is Krishna. So we need not worship temple deity, or what? How should we worship you? That is what Arjuna. Okay. Now Arjuna also asks progressive steps of bhakti, how to progress in bhakti. Okay, this is a very nice topic to discuss the day before Ekadashi, because Ekadashi you can start progressing. Okay, and then qualities that endear Krishna. Okay, now like we already saw, this chapter is about devotional service, how to progress in bhakti. Okay, so there are 3 secrets to progress in bhakti. Okay, first one, chant your rounds properly, regularly with concentration. Okay, every day without fail. Second, you have to eat Krishna Prasad. Okay, offer something like you see in the picture. Just put tulsi in water and offer to the Lord. That's the easiest you can do. Okay, milk, water, fruit, flour, patram, pushpam, phalam, thoyam. Right? These things are the easiest things you can do, but you should offer tulsi. Okay, and don't don't not offering cooked food, because it might have onion, garlic. But if you want to offer cooked food, offer rice and curd. Curd rice is the best one you can offer, right? Like keep rice and then keep in a bowl, you can keep curd. After offering, mix the rice with the rice container, mix the curd with the curd container, so that everybody will get prasadam. Even if guests come home, if you serve that rice, even guests get prasadam. Okay, so that is how you should take prasadam. Okay, don't just offer, distribute it amongst yourself and finish it off. Then the rice in the container that you have in the kitchen will not be prasadam, right? If you mix it, that also becomes prasadam. So that way we need to eat prasadam. Okay, and then third secret is devotee association. Okay, making devotees friends. Okay, not joining people who make fun of Krishna, joining people who praise Krishna, joining people who serve Krishna. Okay, ISKCON is the biggest association you've got, right? Sunday school, join Sunday school, you get so many friends there. All are so talented. I mean, Sunday school has so many talented people. Everybody sing, everybody write, everybody dance. I mean, everybody are artists there, drawing Krishna every day. So many activities are there. Okay, stories are there. Bhagavatam is there. It is all nice. Okay, this Arjuna questions. Okay, what should we worship? I mean, devotional service, as in what? Your personal form or your impersonal form? Okay, so Brahma Jyoti is his impersonal form. Okay, as in whatever you're seeing, no, everything is Krishna, Krishna's energy. Okay, and then Paramatma is the second stage of realization, and the highest stage is Krishna realization, the Bhagavan feature of the Lord. Okay, so now Krishna answers saying personal form is recommended. Okay, we have to worship the form of Krishna, Shamasundara form. Okay, with Radha, if you worship, Krishna will be more pleased, because Radha is the greatest devotee of Krishna. Okay, when you respect Krishna's devotees, Krishna will be more happy. Okay, so always that is the secret to reach Krishna fast. Start respecting Krishna's devotees more, then Krishna will automatically be happy. Okay, yeah, so throughout Gita, personal devotion to Krishna is recommended as the highest form of spiritual realization. So we should worship Krishna as a form. A lot of people say, no, God does not have a form. God is just light energy. That is just first stage of realization, Brahma Jyoti. Krishna has a form. He has two hands, he has two legs. We need to worship that form of Krishna. Okay. So now Krishna is only saying, see, those whose mind is fixed on my personal form, this form that you're seeing in the picture, okay, who worshipping me with great faith, you should be faithful, and then they are considered perfect devotees. Okay, don't worship light, worship Krishna. Okay, because they are considered perfect devotees. Krishna is only telling, right? What other proof do you want, right? And yeah, so if we are devoted to Krishna constantly, okay, as in constantly thinking about Krishna, and if we have to think about Krishna constantly, we have to start chanting properly. Okay, what happens? Krishna comes and helps you. Whatever happens in your life, like you see in the picture, Krishna comes and helps you. And this material world is called what? Bhavasagar. Okay, we have four main problems: no, birth, death, old age, and disease. So from that birth and death cycle, Krishna comes and lifts us and takes us back to Golok Vrindavan. Okay, only if you become a pure devotee. That means you should think about Krishna. See, fix your mind upon me. International Society for Krishna Consciousness, right? ISKCON means Krishna consciousness. Our consciousness should change to Krishna. Okay, whatever we're thinking, from whatever we are thinking, we should change that to Krishna. That's all. It is not difficult. Doing bhakti, devotional service is not difficult. Okay, just think about Krishna. If you're eating chocolate, first offer it to the Lord and then eat. Okay, that way what happens, you while eating chocolate also you will be thinking about Krishna. Okay, so that is important. You have to set your consciousness to Krishna. Okay, and that happens only when you start chanting. Chanting is the only way, right? Harinama eva kevalam kalau nastiva nastiva gatir anyata, there is no other way. Okay, now there is a nice story here. Okay, there is a person, okay, he's like us only, one of us. Okay, he says, okay, I want to focus on Brahman. Okay, he wants to realize God. So what he does, he will say, I will go to mountains and meditate. Okay, he will go to the mountain and this is Himalayas. Okay, he'll be like, it is too cold, I am not able to concentrate. Okay, so what he says, okay, I will go to desert because there it will be hot. He'll go to the desert and he says, it is too hot. I cannot even stand. Okay, how can I meditate, right? And then finally what he says, okay, I will go to the forest. Okay, and then he will go to forest, and then he'll say, there are so many wild animals, how can I meditate, right? It is so difficult, it is not possible. Okay, then what should I do in the Kali Yuga? Then he questions, what should I do? If I go to forest, it is wild animals are there. If I go to mountains, it is cold. If I go to desert, it is hot. Where do I meditate? How do I see the Lord? Okay, what is there in Kali Yuga for us? Okay, what is it? Chanting, Yuga Dharma. We learned, right? Kali Yuga's Yuga Dharma is to chant. Yajnonam Japa Yajñosmi. Krishna says, out of all sacrifices, I am Japa Yajna. Krishna is representing Japa Yajna. Yesterday we saw in Vibhuti Yoga, right? So chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the only way in Kali Yuga. Okay, meditating and all in Satya Yuga, Ashtanga Yoga. Okay, not for us. So our job is very easy. Sit wherever you are. You don't have to go to mountains. You don't have to go to forest. Just sit wherever you are and chant Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Wherever. See, on the road you can chant. In the market you can chant. Okay, in the classroom you can chant. Nobody questions you. Nobody can question you. Okay, if anybody questions, Krishna will come and take care. Just chant. Okay, where is it chanting? See, on the road also you can chant. Okay, there are no restrictions at all, because that is the power of Harinam. Nam Namakari Nija Sarva Shaktis. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. All the energy Krishna has put in his holy name. Okay, so Krishna's name and Krishna are not different. The moment you say Krishna, Krishna is there. Okay, yeah, anybody wants to chant? The shloka. Anybody wants to chant? Okay. Atha chittam samadhutam na saknoshi mayi stiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichchaptum dhananjaya. See, he's saying abhyasa yogena tato. You have to practice. Okay. If you cannot think about Krishna, then what you should do? You should practice Bhakti Yoga. Okay. The 4 stages that we have. No, if you cannot think, chanting every day. The 9 forms of devotional service that we have. Okay. And also doing deity worship. Okay. Doing bhajan, eating Krishna prasadam, offering food to the Lord, going to the temple. All these are regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. If we do all this, we will be focusing our mind and we can think about Krishna. Okay. See, that's why Krishna is giving us so many alternatives. If you cannot fix your mind upon me, then do the principles of Bhakti Yoga. Okay. Do Bhakti Yoga, the 9 forms of devotional service. Now, this is a very nice story. Who knows the story? It's a very famous story. I'm sure all of you know. It's a part of Mahabharata. Okay. So what happens? Krishna will be sleeping. Duryodhana, Arjuna, both of them go. It is going to be, they are all doing war preparations. Okay. It's before the war. They go to ask Krishna for help. Okay. Krishna can help both Duryodhana and Arjuna. So Krishna will be sleeping. First, Duryodhana enters and he sits on the chair. A chair will be put near the head of Krishna, wherever Krishna is sleeping. Okay. So he goes and sits on the chair and waits for him to wake up. Now, then Arjuna comes and sees Duryodhana would have already gone. Okay. Then he comes and sits near the feet of the Lord. See, Krishna is sleeping like this. Here is the head, here is the feet. So Duryodhana is sitting near the head. Arjuna goes and sits near the feet of the Lord on his knees. Okay. That means what? He is again surrendering to Krishna, right? Falling to the feet of the Lord. Now, when Krishna wakes up and opens his eyes, he first sees Arjuna because he's right opposite, just there in front of him, right? Duryodhana is sitting next to him. So he needs to turn and see Duryodhana. So he first sees Arjuna and talks to him. And then Duryodhana says, I came first. Then Krishna notices Duryodhana and says, oh, hi, did you come now? And then both of them ask that you need to help us in the war. Okay. Then Krishna says, okay, since Arjuna, you ask first. Duryodhana is like, I came first. First come, first serve, right? Then Krishna says, I saw Arjuna first. Whomever I see first, I can give them the first chance. Okay. So why all this happened? Because Arjuna chose Krishna's feet as his place, right? Duryodhana chose Krishna's head as his place, right? So our place is feet of the Lord. We are always near the feet of the Lord. Okay, that's why when you see go to Tirupati and all, all the priests there keep saying, see the Lord from the feet of the Lord. From the feet you should see, and then you should see the face, right? So that is how we need to see. Even if you go to any temple, you should first see the feet of the Lord, okay, and then see the face of the Lord, okay. And then Arjuna gets the first chance, and then Krishna says, okay, you want my army or you want me? And then Arjuna selects Krishna. Obviously, a pure devotee does not want anything. Okay, all he wants is Krishna, right? And then Krishna says, fine, I will be with you. And the army, Duryodhana says, I want your army, obviously, right? So the army, the Narayani Sena that Krishna has, it's a very powerful army, okay? That Dwaraka's army, that is. And army will go to Duryodhana for help, and Krishna will go to Arjuna, and Krishna becomes charioteer. And Krishna also says, I will not use my Sudarshan. Okay, I will not use any weapon. I will not participate in the war. I will just be with you, Arjuna, he says. Okay, and Arjuna wants that only. Pure devotees just want Krishna to be there with them in any way. Okay, and if Krishna is there, everything is there. That's why Krishna did not use his weapon, did not do participate in the war, nothing, but still Pandavas won, right? And Krishna, what did Krishna do? Chariot driving, right? But still Pandavas won because Krishna was present. If Krishna is there, whatever form, wherever, however, that person is going to win. Okay. Now, if you cannot do even Bhakti Yoga, okay, if you cannot chant, if you cannot go to temple, if you cannot eat prasadam, nothing, how do you progress in Bhakti? Krishna also says, you can work for me. Whatever work you're doing, no, studying, going to office, whatever work you're doing, dedicate it for me. Okay. As in, if you're studying, dedicate the knowledge and the score that you get to Krishna. Okay. Go tell him I'm giving it to you. Okay. If you're working in office, dedicate your salary and whatever it is for Krishna. Okay. That is the way we work for Krishna. This is Karma Yoga, right? Nishkama Karma Yoga. Giving away the fruits of the activity or a result of the activity to Krishna. Okay, this is the next way. Okay, because you are working for me, you will come to perfect stage. Okay, that way what happens? We will not have karma reactions to face, right? Law of karma, if you do any activity, you will get equal and opposite reaction. That reaction you will not have to face because you're giving that result or reaction to Krishna, okay, by working for him. So that is one option he gives. Okay, like Nanda Maharaj, when Krishna was born, to celebrate, you know what Nanda Maharaj did? He gave so many cows in charity to all the Brahmanas, and he celebrated. He gave jewelry to everybody, and all that he did. Okay, that means the income that he got, no, out of his work, the salary, that he used in charity, right? So that way, that is what Krishna is saying. You have to do karma yoga. Okay, if you can't do that also, I mean, if you can't do karma yoga also, then what you can do? You can donate. You can donate money for Krishna. Okay, as in donate it for temples, donate it for educational institutions, donate it for hospitals. Okay, whatever you can, whatever little you can. I mean, you all kids as students, what can you do? You can definitely donate food to the hungry, right? So you can buy something, chocolates, or something. Something nice food, and then offer it to the Lord and donate as prasadam to everybody. On the footpaths, platform, you can see so many people are hungry, right? Beggars and all, people who do not have food to eat. You can do that. Offer it as offer first to the Lord and then give it as prasadam to everybody. Okay, easy, right? If you cannot even do karma yoga, then you can do this. And then donation, yeah, there is ISKCON Mangaluru temple is coming up. Okay, there's a big temple building going on in Mangaluru. Okay, so these are the details. This is the location. Okay, it's huge. Okay, the design, the temple design is already out. Okay, so it's very beautiful. So if you want to donate it on Ekadashi. Okay, because Krishna's favorite day, right? Whatever little service you do on Ekadashi, devotion service, you get 100 times benefit. Okay, so if you donate 1 rupee on Ekadashi to a temple, you get so much of benefit. Okay, we don't even know. See, one renders even a small amount of sincere devotional service, Krishna becomes obligated to elevate such person. And what to speak of one whose entire life and soul has been dedicated to Krishna? See, what is he saying? A squirrel. We saw the squirrel story, right? While in Ramayana, a squirrel took small pebbles and